Seagram Music exclusive.
I grew up like a savage.
Whatever that final tweet was, we just listened to that motherfucker on the way over here from the mall. And,
that's when I started dragging the notes and shit. You know,
Gangsters don't live that long. Yeah. So that shit, man, I love that song. And I feel like on the other side of history too, right there is, you know, we talk about rappers transitioning and transforming and evolving, right? Mm-hmm. At that time, that's when Face evolved. Mm-hmm. That album is when Scarface cadence changed. His flow changed, and I'm a rap nerd, so this is, you know, I'm in and out. I'm you as a little nigga. I'm flipping the tapes out, and I'm not looking at records, but I'm looking at tapes, and I'm folding them. I said, what the nigga say? And why this nigga name is different right here?
Right,
he didn't write that part. I'm trying to figure it all out.
Yeah.
So, but I knew right then that, you know, Face changed, and he really changed rap at that time, right? Because he got real serious. So,
and then he had that voice. I always thought at that time that Face was this big, larger than life. I never knew Face wasn't that. I always just listening to him, and there wasn't a whole bunch of videos.
And you own Money Make the World Go Around too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so like
KB from Atlanta, love KB, ATL.
Yeah, and it's
Decatur.
like you own these legendary songs, and like can't
and Dad, I think
that nobody can't say Devin gave no whack shit
Hell
to
no.
the game. It ain't
to
a
even
verse.
be able to be on an album with Andre 3000. Come on, man.
The song,
man,
come on, man.
Every collab that I've ever been on, man, it's just, I'm overwhelmed. It's a blessing, man. God is just so good. It just, I mean, to have people invite me to be a part of their project that I admire, you know what I'm saying? Just it, you know.
When you're going into somebody like Andre, for example, you know you about to work with him. Do you think you got to step your game up, or just stay the regular Dev and let them do their thing?
Man, that was just a blessing, man. I had that song, that What a Job song. It was just a skit of mine. I had it's just, I did a hook, I did a verse, I did a hook at the end. Boom, song over. I went to the next song. I turned my album in, and Lil Jay was like, "Say, Dale, what's up with that song? That What a Job song." I like.
Lil Jay said that.
Yeah, I was like, man, this we're talking about the skit. No, man, that's a song, Dale. We gotta do something about it.
So
listen, we start making moves. And
Jay Prince at this point is being A&R.
That's
what niggas don't realize that, because they'll be like, "Oh, this CEO dude, he just do."
No,
but people come in there and you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. He started as a rapper. Actually, Jay was rapping too. Right? Jay write lyrics.
Yeah, Jay Wright
used to be in the studio.
I mean, on Damn It Feels Good to Be a Gangster. He got one of my favorite verses ever. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Jay Wright?
Yeah, man.
What?
Come on, man.
Man, Jay
He
Wright.
gonna put that pen game down.
When we first
man.
met with Jay, man, he was, you know, not only he was like business, you know what I'm saying, coordinated and knew the streets, but he just knew music in the studio and knew how to write. And he said, yeah, man, I rap. And he told me stuff, you know what I'm saying. He was on records and stuff too, you know. That's him on that bald head hoe. What you see?
Yeah,
D?
what you see? What you see, D?
That's what Jay right there.
Bald head hoe.
I'm saying what you see.
So when he did that, what he did, the intro to outro, when he did the long,
yeah, he do like poetry type stuff, spoken word.
So he writing all that. He penning all that.
Honestly, I always thought when Jay talked, it was kind of poetic. He ain't never in a rush to say nothing, and everything he say seemed calculated and it make a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? He never seen rush. But nothing.
And he had that distinctive
Shout out to
voice.
Jay Prince, man.
What's up with Bushwick?
One of a
Bill,
kind
man?
right there, man. Rest in peace.
How was
Bill.
Bushwick, man? Was he writing this shit? And how
Bill was wonderful, man. He just, he wild, man. He's cool. He's real.
Yeah.
He's unfiltered.
Yeah. Now.
But he had different writers.
Between the process,
I was writing for some of his last.
Oh, for Bill?
I was about to, right?
Yeah.
So we had something about to get ready to cook, but you know.
Is that right?
Yeah, man.
But
Willie D would start writing for him first.
Yeah.
And then Face. Then he got different writers too. But he, incorporated himself in it. So he has a part of most of the stuff they write because he come to the table with an idea or something. And, you know what I'm saying? So they have mode.
Now between the process of coming out on like something like the Hand of a Dead Body, from that point up until your debut album, which came out in '98, entitled The Dude.
The Dude.
You was on a ton of features. did a ton of music. Now, growing out of what was the I Squad, why did that stop? Or why did you guys not continue to drop album after album as the I Squad? Or was that never the plan?
Our first royalty check.
Oh yeah,
the split.
It was
split got real.
It was like we owe money, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we was expecting somebody on the way to go pick it up.
So y'all had one thing set in y'all head.
On the way to pick up our check, we was like, man, what you gonna do with your shit?
He said, I'm gonna get some elbows. I'm gonna get some elbows.
I'm getting fifth wheel
I'm like a
elbow.
business of real estate, nigga. I don't know. Nah.
And there ain't no real estate money.
And then when y'all got to the building, what was that whole?
Realized the business of it and how much they had to put into it and what all happened. You know what I'm saying?
So when y'all got to the building that day and y'all saw that check, what was that?
First of all, when we pulled up to the building, it was a lot of artists out there waiting. And 3-2 was one of them. He had a baseball bat.
Shout out
he was pacing up and down with a baseball bat.
Shout out 3-2.
So that was a sign already.
So yeah, we started like say, man, Rob, because Rob couldn't see. I like Rob, man, 3-2 with the motherfucking baseball bat, man. Pacing up and down this motherfucker. Nigga, we pulled up. Okay, well, shit, what's going on? Everybody just kind of waiting. I'm looking at the ground, kicking rocks and cans and shit. We get out. I had to go straight to 3. I ain't finna go, you know what I'm saying, ask nobody, you know, I said, look, hey, 3, what's up? I said, man, what's up, what's going on, man?
What's with the bat, man?
Man, waiting for this whole ass management, man, to come up here, man, and try to get my motherfucking shit, man.
God damn.
I like, what you like, man, like, okay, I'm gonna leave 3 alone. We're gonna find us a little corner to wait. You know? So they opened up the doors in the back. About 30, 40 minutes later, and everybody had to go in there and they called it in one at a time. You come and see your name on one of these.
They called your group in one at a time?
Right, solo, group, whatever. They call them all in.
Okay.
Because all checks are just on the table. So you go in there and pick your shit out. And shit, I'm giving you no time like to unfold them. Okay, y'all ain't going on.
Yeah.
Going on this motherfucker. Next year, y'all come on, get your shit.
Okay.
So you got a lot of paperwork anyway. You ain't gonna unfold it right there anyway. Especially you looking forward to it. You think of something in there like shit.
You like shit.
Yeah, I'm getting my shit.
It's like when you count your bankroll, turn your back.
Been waiting on this.
Yeah, so that was our first rip, first royalty, first everything. We didn't give it time to promote and grow to the point where, you know, we see the royalties down the line. So we didn't understand that. We just all we figured out was what we owed because of the studio time, all the videos we did, who was involved, the radio station they had to pay, all this shit. We was so engulfed in, you know, how this shit works, and find out really how it fucking works and who you got to pay. You know what I'm saying? To do this now, you don't have, it's just a percentage of that shit today. You don't have to pay. You know what I'm saying?
So you end up recording for your shit shortly after, because when we talk about the recording process and the time, it take a while.
Right. And back then, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't really inexpensive, you know what I'm saying, you know, recording hours, you know what I'm saying. So, and then you can't really spend no time writing in the studio. You gotta have your shit already written and ready to go.
Yeah.
You know, you can't waste no time in the studio back then.
Yeah.
You can't be writing in the studio, nigga. What the fuck are you doing?
That shit gotta be ready.
Yeah, you ain't ready. That song, what song y'all got ready? Let's do that one.
You gotta have that pad ready. Exactly.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So now when you came out with the dude, what was that like? Like, you got your first solo project, and let's talk about one of the most controversial and interesting album covers of all time. We talking about 98 and the niggas on the toilet taking
What do you
shit.
like to do? Boo boo. You know what I mean?
The only other controversial album I had seen covered before that was Pooh Man. Before that,
Was
when he was
Pussy?
eating pussy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He got me there. Hey, you got me on that one, phone, man. Hey, much love, baby. I feel you.
got me.
Pussy on the album cover.
Hey, that was he won.
And well, look at that though. 'Cause that wasn't even a clout chasing thing. Because he didn't even know Pooh Man did that, and you organically came with Boo Booing.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, I'm gonna outdo what this other guy did.
Yeah.
What was your single on your album?
Do what the fuck you want to do.
Do what the fuck you want to do, and that had a video.
And Blackville 79 had a video.
Blackville 79.
Did a few videos. Doobie Ashtray had a mini video.
But this comes out at the same time as Sex Faces. Sex Faces come out in 98?
No, they came out after.
After?
They did that after. With Faces
Too
And Short?
Too Short.
Yeah.
They came after he dropped that.
Yeah, but it's around the same time. So I'm just saying what's on fire in music. This is post Biggie, post Pop. You know what? I gotta ask you this too. I seen it. I think I looked it up while we was talking about the Rap A Lot roster. Whatever happened to Tulo, the funky little nigga?
Oh man, much love to Tulo, man. Yeah, man. He been
He around though.
Yeah, he around.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want
around.
nobody ever talk. I was like this
cool
little kid. At
man.
first he
Yeah,
was cussing, and then he stopped.
Cool dude, man.
Yeah. Because nobody don't talk about the original.
Cool young brother turned to a cool young man too. Shout out to Tulo.
Shout out to
Shout out
Tulo.
Tulo then.
Yeah, he.
Fifth Ward Boys.
He's been around. He's been around and seen a lot too, involved with his music stuff too. So he. It'd be
Fifth
cool
Ward
to,
Boys.
it'd be cool to grab him and check him out.
Check him out. Yeah,
Is that right?
Yeah. Everybody probably want to know about all those.
Hook us up with all Tulo, man.
Yeah.
So now you drop that. Now you starting to be on these big hits. You're not starting. You
already did it.
Right. And Sex Faces. When this comes, like this is forever gonna be.
It was Fuck Faces first before they.
No, Fuckface is the name of the song.
Is the song.
But
Sex Faces is the
was
video.
Oh, the radio version.
The video, yeah.
So the song is Fuck Faces, but what everybody would know probably is Sex Face because of the video. Right.
Yeah. And when they played on radio, it's
And
called
it's
Sex
Sex Faces. Now when you created that, hook?
Face just gave me actually words, no melody.
Just words this time.
Yeah.
Was they in that order or scrambled up? He's like, man, finer
You
things.
must be used to, you know what I'm saying? He had
He just had it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So you just from nothing. You
yeah,
just.
and I was gonna do the hook.
Yeah.
So I went with it and recorded and like, okay, so it got fairly easy. So I was like, oh, okay, this one is free. This one, why don't you need a pen and paper? I know to say cool. I stopped writing. I'm like, cool.
Now, how many beers and joints do you got to be off of for this shit?
Man,
How many Coors Lights?
Man, I knocked it out. I knocked it out real quick and came right back in the studio and started writing to it because he had the song playing while he was mixing my vocals.
Yeah.
And before he finished mixing my vocals, I had a verse already ready. He like, man, you got a verse? I was like, yeah, it's cool. So you want to try one? I wasn't there for the verse. I was just
There for the hook.
He's like, we should try it. Boom.
Damn.
God damn.
Damn.
The song was just for him and Too Short.
Okay.
That's crazy.
And me on the hook.
Okay.
And that's what the song was gonna be.
Had you already met Too Short by then?
No.
In person?
No, but Too Short, Too Short gave me a little story about, you know what I'm saying, how that was because he didn't know I was gonna be on that too. So he had his verse sent, you know, they already had his verses kind of sent back and forth. It was just mailing back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Actually putting in the
Yeah,
mail.
the mail, yeah.
U.S. Postal Service.
Was it on his dad at that time or that would be
Probably dad or whatever,
Dad-
but
probably
it was in the mail
98,
though.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was a
coming through
Dad
the mail.
98, yeah.
Yeah, it was coming through the mail. So, boom, when the song came out, Too Short was like, man, who the hell is this? Who is this nigga? He talking about me. Like,
You hear him on the phone talking?
No. He told me this way later.
Okay.
And then, because he told me, because when we did another song, me, Face, and him together called "Slipping In and Out."
Yeah.
So he knew I was he knew I was gonna be on there. He said, "Man, I had to come on with it this time because I didn't know you." You know.
Yeah. From the
So he gave me some props about
That was
knowing,
dope.
like,
Yeah.
Shout out Short.
And shout out Short. And just
Much
while
love
we
Too
on
Short,
Short, you
man.
work with
Baby.
Short,
Baby,
E40.
much love, Too Short.
Love Too Short, man.
Too Short, baby.
And you work with a lot of Bay Area artists, and the Bay Area love you.
Man, Rap A Lot in Oakland and the Bay Area,
It's just-
period.
yeah.
Had a bridge from back in the day, man.
Yeah.
Man, much love Destruction, man.
Yeah.
We did a long time ago. We did a song with how many
Shout
years
out
ago?
Destruction.
2005.
Yeah. And
You
just
know
think
what I'm
about
saying?
Sieg and Face was making
See,
songs in
see,
94,
man.
95.
Rico already had been out there before.
Man, Sleeping With My
You
Nights.
Sleeping With My
Man,
Nights.
is one of the coldest.
One of the coldest
Man,
songs.
check out the cadence that Seagram does on that. How he rhymes the words every pair. How he do that shit.
Yeah.
The verses, my nigga. He killed that.
See, killed that shit.
And Face, the song period is a fucking masterpiece.
Masterpiece. Yeah.
But the way fucking C went off on that motherfucker, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And shout out to Young Mouth too. Young Mouth was
Oh yeah,
rapping like Mafia.
oh come on, man, man.
Yuck Mouth.
They family. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like family, man.
Yeah.
Rap-A-Lot had a cold family, man.
They've been having a bridge
Forever.
because, like, Lil J, man, he got people
People in there,
in Oakland, you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Somebody like Ken people, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
rooted, well rooted.
Real rooted.
Now, I